What did she say? I'm trying to...
The exact line. You asked her, like, do you have any questions about my opinion or what do you think about me? And she was like, well, honestly, I think you're a douche.
I've been called lots of names in depositions and all kinds of stuff because, you come at the person asking the questions is the evil, mean person. I'm attacking you. When in reality, I'm like, lady, this is your insurance company that I'm trying to get money from. It's not you. Be cool, answer my questions. But if you want to make this more difficult, y'all ready for this? I'm here for that. Let's do it. So she gets in this crash and she is arrested at the scene because she didn't have a valid driver's license. And you can't go driving away from the scene, especially after you've caused a crash without a driver's license. When she's in the back of the police car, she's saying to the cop, I didn't fail to yield. You can't go left. You got to go right.
I can't go left, so I have to go right. You're telling me that refuse to yield. That's not true. When you come out of the gas station, you can only go right. You can't go left.
Fast forward, go through the deposition. Question, is there anything I can do to change any of your opinions? Now, when I ask that question, I'm saying like in general, any of your opinions about anything. I'm not talking about me. I don't have anything to do with me. I'm just there asking you questions. My opinions? Well, the only opinion I really had is, you don't want to know that one. I said, I'd love to know that one. I mean, you tell me, right? You don't want to know that. Of course I want to know that. So I say, I would love to know that one. Please share it. She goes, I don't think so. I said, are you refusing to answer my question? You want to know my opinion about what? About you or just about this? And I said, I'd love to know your opinion about me. Please tell me. Honestly, I think you're a douche. I'm sorry, what was that? Honestly, I think you're a douche and you're rude for no reason. And I go, do you? And she goes, that's my honest opinion. I said, do you have any other opinions of me? She says, yeah, you're rude. You're so rude. It's disgusting. The context of that was I was asking her about I think it was a felony shoplifting charge she had. Even in a car accident case, whether you are a convicted felon or have any crimes of dishonesty or moral turpitude, that's important, and that goes to your credibility. If you have a conviction that meets the rules of evidence, then you're allowed to ask about it. During the deposition, I need to ask the details of the convictions so I know if they meet the rules. And I'm always very nice about it. I usually say something like, I realize this is a car accident case. I have to ask you some questions that are about your background. I ask everybody these questions. I absolutely mean no offense. If you have any questions, your lawyer can tell you these are valid questions if you've ever been convicted of a crime. And if they say yes, I got, okay, can you tell me about the details? I'm trying in a deposition to only ask about the things that really matter. I don't want to waste my time sitting there asking questions, and I don't want to embarrass somebody for no reason. It's not like I go into a deposition or go into a situation and try to get a witness to say something that's not true. I certainly give the witness an opportunity to, and if I think they're going to lie, have at it. Like I want you to lie. That's the funny thing, I guess, that people don't realize. I want defendants to lie when I can prove they're lying. If they lie and I can't prove it, that does me no good. But if I know the answer and you're gonna lie to me about it, I'm gonna let you lie. So when this defendant says to me, I was turning left over and over and over and over. Now here's the fun part for me as a lawyer. When you think of an impeachment, meaning a witness lies in court and you're able to show that they lied, I think of that as spur of the moment. The witness says the sky is green and you're like, whoa, okay, hold on. Let me show you this. The sky's really blue, and it's a quick reaction. Other times though, there are opportunities to create impeachments regardless of whether the witness answers one way or the other. Basically, either way, they're screwed. When she's in the back of the police car, she's saying to the cop, I was turning right. In her deposition with me, she's saying I was turning left, 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 left. The reason she said it so many times in her deposition is because I kept making her say it in different ways. Because I know that if I get her to say she went left 20 times in the deposition, now at trial, I know that I can impeach her. If she says left, I'm gonna say, well, you told the cop right. If you say right, I'm gonna say, well, you told me left. And that's what I did at the trial. I wanna use a little drama. I wanna really highlight this because I'm a douche, apparently. I say to her in front of the jury, this is the first really important question I'm going to ask you.
So let me ask you right now.
Give that pause, make sure everybody heard it. I'm gonna say something really important. You all need to listen, you jurors.
I want to try to set the stage for the jurors.
Law school professor, trial coach, old school lawyer's gonna say, Mike, you had the witness on cross-examination. You can't ask an open-ended question. You have to ask leading questions that say the answer. Leading questions say the answer and ask the witness to agree with it. Open-ended questions start with who, where, when, why, how. It gives the witness an opportunity to answer the question however the heck they want. And it's scary to do open-ended questions as a lawyer when it's not your client. But I don't care what she says. So I say,
which direction were you going when you pulled out of the gas station?
I was trying to go left.
Okay.
I walk back to my counsel table. I say, you remember speaking to the police officer after the crash. There's an objection.
Hold on.
Sorry, I
I'm trying to turn it off.
Yeah.
The defense was worried about that. I'm gonna say that she was in the back of the police car. I'm not going to. We handle all that. But I say to her, you remember talking to a police officer after the crash? She goes, yeah. I said, remember what you told him? She goes, I'm sure I told him left.
You're absolutely sure about that?
Absolutely.
So then I play the audio recording. I guess my question for her was, who's the douche now?
I'll find my way back to.
So I have this situation now where a deposition I took back in 2019. This is one of my COVID cases. These are cases that ready for trial, COVID happens, and now I'm on this huge waiting list of cases for years. So in 2019, when I asked the owner of the trucking company, did you conduct an investigation? He said no. Fine. I had an opportunity recently to ask him some other questions, and one of the topics that came up was an investigation. And I said, did you investigate this crash in 2018? And he says, yeah, the company did. Now, I didn't force him to say that. He just said it. But when he said it, I know in my head, in 2019, you said the opposite. I know that. And I'm gonna say, tell me about the investigation. What'd you do? You had a really great investigation, thorough, it was complete. Who'd you talk to? What were your conclusions? What evidence did you review? And I'm gonna have him make this the best investigation known to man. It was like he was the FBI and he conducted this amazing, investigation. Well, at trial, I have a built-in impeachment. My only purpose is to hurt his credibility. I'm gonna do the same thing I did in that other case. I'm gonna say, got a really important question for you. Did you investigate this crash? But I can take it one step further. If I want him to not have investigated, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab his deposition. I'm gonna say to him, hey, in 2019, I asked you if you had investigated and you said no. That's true, right? Come on, man, agree with me. Like, don't impeach yourself. And if he's gotten coached by his lawyers, if he has common sense, he's gonna go, he's got the deposition in his hands. He just said that I said it. Yeah, I'm gonna agree with that. If I wanted to go the other way, I'm gonna say, sir, I just deposed you pretty recently, and I asked you a lot of questions about your investigation. Can you confirm with me? You did investigate, right? And he goes, yeah, of course I investigated. So I'm gonna lead him to the choice that I want if it helps my case. But generally speaking, if I just wanna hurt his credibility, hey man, I'm gonna ask you the question broadly and I'm gonna impeach you either way. You might be thinking, Mike, you're an asshole. Why would you do that? I don't force people to lie. When they don't tell the truth, my job is to use that to my client's benefit. And when you don't tell the truth, all the consequences that flow from that are the fault of you, not me. After the deposition involving this company and the investigation, their lawyers started sending me emails. Hey Mike, in 2019 they said there was no investigation. See this page of the deposition, this page of the deposition, this page of the deposition. Well, they've identified the problem here, that the guy said two different things. They may believe in their heart of hearts that there was absolutely no investigation or that there was. That doesn't matter to me, and the case isn't about you, defense lawyer. The case is about your client who didn't tell the truth, either in 2019, and then for 5 years, my case has gone forward thinking you had no investigation. Poor me. Man, it's horrible. How could you lie to me for 5 years? Or you tell me the truth, but you only tell me the truth a month before trial and you denied it the whole time? Not my fault.